Hello? Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. How are you doing today? I have not opened anything up. I did tweet, though. I just tweeted. And I just now realized, wait, I'm supposed to open things up. Lol, 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 lol. But tell me, how is your Tuesday/Wednesday going? I hope you're having a great day. Okay. Almost there, almost there. Hold on. There we go. We are all good now. Alright, let's go ahead and swap on over. And hello, everybody. Welcome in. How are you today? I hope you're having a great day. I have not lowered the music. Let me know if that sounds good. Adrian, hello. Welcome. You were first. And Emmers, hello. How's the vacay? What have you done today? And Sassy, are you still traveling? Are you back? I think you said you were going to be back home on Tuesday, maybe. But I can't remember. We have a Jet in chat. Happy Wednesday morning from Ozzyland. How's your Wednesday? How's the pizza? Yes, how's your Sassy Funded pizza? I wasn't able to get it last night. I had work called me right after stream just about, and so I didn't get to do that. I won't be able to get it tonight because we have date nights, so I probably will have to wait until at least tomorrow to get it. Unfortunate. On our way back from Provincetown, the very tail end of the Cape. Nice, that's awesome. How many lobsters have you had today? Rude, I know. I know. So yeah, it'll probably be either Wednesday or Thursday that I'll get it. I might wait till Thursday just so I have some for the weekend. Because if I have it on Wednesday, if I have it tomorrow, then it'll be done before the weekend. And pizza's such a weekend thing. All of them? No! All lobsters scream at once. We are still in Toronto. Last night here. We had them tomorrow. Oh, hey, no, that is, I hope you've had a good, time there so far. What have you done today? Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw in the Discord, but, I posted this late last night. But remember last week that I mentioned, man, it'd be so great if there was another Sherlock game or another, like, Hercule Poirot game that we could play, because I kind of want one of those. Like 4 days ago, probably 5 days now, they announced a remake of an old Sherlock game. So it's like one of the first ones. It's Sherlock and The Awakened or something like that. Hold on, what is it called? I actually think it's not one of the favorites. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes, The Awakened. It is a remake of one of their older games that came out in 2007, I think, called The Awakened. And it's like Sherlock Holmes with there's like a Cthulhu-esque story to it, but it doesn't release until next year. But they announced it, and I'm not saying that I had anything to do with it, but probably. I feel like I made it happen. You toured a castle. You went to Casa Loma, right? Is that correct? I have only heard of it. / it's in like so many movies. It's in Scott Pilgrim. It's in some of the X-Men movies and more. I'm sure it's in it a ton elsewhere, but that's awesome. So you actually got to go inside. I think I saw a picture of stained glass. You're gonna have pizza on my birthday. Oh, your birthday's on Thursday, Adrian? Oh, that's awesome. Well, I guess it's your birthday's on Friday. Is that how that works? Posted a picture of the stained glass ceiling. Yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool. Sushi time, Gizmo, welcome in. We were just talking about Casa Loma. I heard there's a Winifred Haley movie being filmed there. Casa Loma is rad. There is. Okay, good. Your birthday's August 11th. Oh, that's awesome. That's so close. Gizmo, how's your day been today? Gosh, wait, Sassy, did you ever watch Scott Pilgrim? If any time you need, it should be today. Today has been a day of work and that's it. She has not. No! There would be so much that you would enjoy probably out of Toronto. There are way too many stairs though. My ankle is screaming in protest. Oh no! Nope, I've never seen it. Square is a big Scott Pilgrim fan. We have chatted about that multiple times. I still want him to. There's I actually have enough points now, but I'm gonna wait until I have more points. There's on Square's channel, he has an add a meme thing, a meme clip. I want to request that he adds the clip of Scott and Roxy when Scott's like, "What's that from?" And she goes, "My brain." Love it. That is, I think, for whatever reason, that is one of the lines that made me laugh the most when I first watched the movie. and was just like, I love this so much. And her delivery is so good. My brain. Scott Pilgrim and Celery Man. It's true. That's why Gizmo, when I put two and two together later, I was like, wait, he has like Celery Man BTTV emotes. Is the movie streaming anywhere? Probably. I would imagine it's on something. I don't know what it would be in Canada though. Gizmo would know. Probably. It was on Canadian Netflix. Gosh. It's just so good. It's just such a great movie. I was actually listening to some Anamanaguchi last night, and so I was listening to a little bit of the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World game soundtrack. Not anymore, though. No. By the way, Gizmo, I was trying to figure this out, and I could not remember. I think in one of the streams that before we knew each other, but I think it was the one that we've said that we were both in the same stream before. Anamanaguchi played a cover of a Smashing Pumpkins song. Do you remember what that was? I was actually trying to see if I could find it on YouTube, but I was like, I couldn't remember what song it was. Do you recall? No clue? No! You're my last hope! You're my last hope! They had like, they were like, we were going to release this at some point, and then we just didn't, and for whatever reason. And so they played it on a live stream on Twitch, and that was the only time I've heard it. And I was like, oh, I bet I would kind of want to listen to it again. I saw, I was in a Smashing Pumpkins mood recently because I retweeted this, but someone posted, this made me laugh, and this might not make any sense to anybody. What was it? Oh, someone said, wanna feel old? If Smashing Pumpkins released the song 1979 today, it would be titled 2005. That made me laugh so much. Oh wait, yeah, speaking of, wow. What are the chances? Oof. That hurts. It does. I was like, I hate this and I love this also, because that's so funny to me. 1979 is a great song from the Smashing Pumpkins. And it's actually probably one of my favorites of theirs. What are my favorite Smashing Pumpkins songs? Good question, chat. Tonight is probably one of the best. I like 1979. I like, what's that one? The music video is an ice cream truck. Smashing Pumpkins. Ice cream. Today. That's what it's called. Tarantula's pretty good. That one's like more of that was later in their career. Anyway. But I was trying to figure out, I was like, oh, I remember they played a cover of one of their songs. Can't remember. Anyway. I'll try to figure it out later. I remember just searching for Anamanaguchi Smashing Pumpkins and nothing came up. Sad. But I should check. I was actually trying to Google it. And Google is down. Like, it just wasn't... Like, Google search results weren't returning anything. It was just like a blank page. And I think it was only for a few minutes. But I was like, now it is time for Ask Jeeves to reign supreme. They've been waiting for this moment. And the time is now. I actually don't even know if Ask Jeeves is still around. Ask Jeeves. Oh, is it just ask.com now? A secret! Guys, guess what? We are over halfway through this year. What? I am so proud of you. You got the rest of the year? Wait, really? Are we halfway through the year? A secret! Everyone, if you'd like a fist bump, gonna punch your screen on the count of 3. 1 to 3. Wha-bam! That took me by surprise. Secret. I was thinking when I saw halfway, I was like, oh, I guess we are almost halfway through the week. And then I was like, wait. Halfway was like a month ago. Oh, right. That still feels weird, though. That still feels really weird to me. Even though, yeah, that makes sense. We're in August, but what? Is that right? Is that right? I feel like it's still the beginning of 2022, isn't it? It just started. I'm actually pretty sure 22 just started, so I don't know. That doesn't sound right to me. But how's your day going? Gosh. What's the Christmas count? Where are we for Christmas? Someone put exclamation point Christmas in the chat so we can see the time. The mods have a special monitor warranty with LG for how many we've broken. It's true. I need to get a sponsorship. 4 months and 15 days till Christmas. What? That doesn't seem right. That's insane. Where has this year gone? I feel like it's gone by very fast. Wait, 4 months? I better start shopping. I know. Gosh. It is, this week has been a little bit cooler than it has been the past months-ish. Though, I think it's going to get a little bit warmer in the next couple days. Yeah, like tomorrow, well, tomorrow's going to be a weird day. It is both going to be our coldest day and our warmest day. The low tomorrow is 48, but the high is 66. A good almost 20-degree change. Love it. And then it kind of normalizes for the rest of the week, where it's going to rain a bunch. Tomorrow's sunny, and then Thursday through Monday, it's just rain. But yeah, we're getting to that. And it's been really windy, and so it's kind of made just everything really, really cool, which I've loved. We finally got sunshine after 3 days of rain in Chicago. Has it been pretty nice, though? Gilmore! Welcome in, Gilmore. How are you? Surprisingly, it's been way cooler here in Toronto than in New Jersey, even with the heat wave here. Oh, dang. I'm sure... Well, I guess depending on where you are in New Jersey, is Toronto less humid? I would imagine New Jersey's humid, but maybe I'm wrong. Also, we've had jasmine plants outside, but for the first time in my life, a hummingbird was just flitting about around the plants. What? That's awesome. I love hummingbirds. I think they're so cool. I don't know if we have hummingbirds up here in Alaska. I don't think I've seen one, but I do love hummingbirds. It's been above 95 for the last 4 days in New Jersey. Yeesh. That's crazy. Yeah, we've been fluctuating in like the lows being in the 50s for the past maybe week, I think, and like highs in the low 60s, mid 60s. It's been nicer for sure, but it has also been. August is a very like cloudy, rainy season for Alaska, so we're kind of we're gearing up towards fall. We've got 2 months till snow happens usually, and I can't wait. There's a heat wave here, but we've had a ton of rain. It's still winter here for us in Australia. I'm jealous, Adrian. I'm jealous, but not for long. Only 3 more weeks of winter. Let's see. Yesterday was so humid. It felt 10 degrees hotter than it was. Dang. I guess I didn't realize. Toronto. Let me look at a map real fast. Yeah, I guess you guys do have a bunch of... Oh, yeah, you guys totally have a lot of water. Whoops. That's my bad. To be fair, though, I don't know things. Yeah, you guys have a lot of water. Okay, that makes more sense. For some reason, I thought Toronto was more, like, landlocked. I mean, it is, but, like... Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I just never... I just don't know. Look, Chad, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Let's see. It was 94 weeks straight, and then the temperature dropped like a stone for a few days, with just rolling thunderstorms. I miss thunderstorms. Let me tell you, we don't get any in Anchorage. Apparently, if you go up north to Fairbanks, you'll get some thunderstorms, but we don't get any here. And I miss them. I miss the thunder and the lightning. Want to swap? Well, for only 3 weeks, I can wait. And it's now cooled down quite a bit. Today was beautiful outside, 70 with an amazing breeze. Ooh, that's nice. Plus, I'm sure it's probably cooler here already, right? It's probably cooler here already. What temperature is it over there, Adrian? No more geography excuses for you, Jed. I can place all 50 states on a map in less than 90 seconds. Is that true? I know you were talking about that on stream, but I didn't actually see you do it. But could you tell me which ones have lakes nearby their biggest cities? I don't know. Actually, you probably have much better oh, yeah? Wow, okay, never mind. All right, sorry. Gizmo is supreme. Vix, welcome in. How are you? I can do anything now. My third eye has been revealed. You're Doctor Strange now. I'm kidding. I figured, but I just love the confidence. Oh, could you pinpoint the bodies of water? Yeah, I could. Valoron, welcome in. How are you? Lakes are major rivers. I imagine most major cities are in water due to trade routes. That's actually a fair point. That is a fair point. I'm good. How are you? I'm good. I haven't spilled anything today. We're about to play some Ghosts of Tsushima. It is a shorter stream today. We've got date nights tonight, so D&D on Mr. Sputnik's channel at 8 p.m. Central. Very excited. Oh, speaking of, do you guys want to see my beast companion? Do you want to see what he looks like? I made him. Jets gauge for a good day, no spills. Yet, I don't know if you heard me say yesterday. Yesterday, I spilled... Oh, yeah, I think you were here because we were talking about my coffee machine. But for those that weren't, I spilled, like, a week's worth of ground coffee. And so I was like, yes, this is a good day. This is a good day. You want to see Mouse? Okay, so this is... I have not finished the drawing for Mouse is my D&D character's beast companion. I play a ranger, and so I get a beast companion. My companion's name is Mouse. He is a wolf. And the way it works is he is in the form of a plush, like, toy. He like pops out of it. Like he like becomes like a real wolf. With like different things. But I have not drawn the plush yet. So all I have is what it looks like when he's outside. But this is what he looks like. Oh, so large. There you go. So he is like fueled by the power of the Feywild. So he's like glowy. His glowy eyes. He's even like little smoky, wispy things coming out of his eyes. And then he has like, so there are these like light lines. They correspond to, like, in plush form, he's like a really old plush, like well worn. And so there are all these like tears where he's been like repaired multiple times, like sewn up. And so the little white streaks correspond to what it's like when he's in plush form. And some of it contains even like the little like leather straps that have been sewn to try to like stuff it together. Oh, and he has a leaf on his head. He has a leaf on his head. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? And I know he looks kind of scary here. Granted, I mean, he is like a magical wolf creature that helps me be a good player. Because otherwise, if I don't have mouse, I can't really do anything. But I also made this, so that way you can see that he's also a happy boy. He's also a happy boy. There you go. We're gonna leave that up. But wait, Jet, do you have a grinder or do you buy pre-ground coffee? I do both. So I usually grind my coffee. However, sometimes it just takes me longer to make my coffee and get ready for stream when I do that. So sometimes I'm like, sometimes I just will buy a bag of pre-ground coffee, so that way it just makes it faster for like a bit. So right now I have pre-ground. But I have a little grinder thing that I'll use occasionally. Just sort of depends. It also depends on how much things are, because usually the pre-ground stuff goes on sale, I feel like, a lot more here than the non. But it just sort of depends. Where's Runner? I bet, yeah, Runner would probably like Mouse. It's so hot here again. Oh no, Vix, I'm so sorry. But yeah, this is Mouse. And I need to draw, so in his like little plush form, he's got like, so he has like, he's sewn up quite a bit. There's like little patches missing. And my character used like lots of natural things to kind of like patch some of them. That's why there's a leaf on his head. It's because I didn't really think through this entirely, but I imagine, the way I imagine it, is probably at some point maybe like a tear happened on its head, and so my character used like a leaf or some kind of thing to like sew in the patch, and so then now when he's in this form, there's just like a magical leaf that's just on his forehead. And then one of his eyes is a button, one of his eyes is an acorn. I imagine that, so his left eye has like a little scar over it. I imagine this is the acorn eye. But anyways, that's Mouse. I don't know if his appearance is about to change, but we gotta, well, light spoilers. My character does not have Mouse currently. I have given it to, we found this guy who's like cursed, sort of, but he can, anytime he touches like money and gold, it turns into like a string. And so he can use that to make stuff. And so I asked him to sew some of that into the plush. And so I don't know if something's going to change or happen to Mouse when I get him back, but currently I don't have Mouse. So once we get him back, maybe his appearance will change. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe instead of white light, maybe it'll be golden. Who knows? Or maybe he'll just have golden, like a golden inlay. I don't know. I love it. Protect him. I need to draw more. I will say, I was saying this yesterday. I think it turned out all right. I was telling this to, wait, did I say this on stream yesterday or did I tell Rainy this? No. I think I said it on stream yesterday. That I was like, Mouse's legs are not canon. I don't know, not the fact that they have light stuff on it, but like the shapes of them. Because drawing like dog, wolf, like limbs are the weirdest things. I don't get how they work. Luckily though, I was able to find, last night I was able to find, there are a lot of like drawing guides where they break things down into shapes. So like if you've ever seen like, you know, for example, it'll be like a dog's face. They'll draw a circle and then they'll draw like a rectangle for the snout. And then maybe some other lines for like a cup, like to kind of shape it. And then there's a next step where then it like shows you like, all right, for more detail, then these are the shapes that kind of make that up. I was able to find some that were like, these are the shapes of like, this is how you would draw like a dog leg. I kind of just modeled it after a dog because I was like, probably similar. So they would be like, okay, this is like the, I mean, I don't know if they're called calves. Wait, no, thighs. Yeah, thighs. Like the upper leg portion is like more of a circle like this, and or more of like an oval. And then this is like how it's shaped, and then it kind of curves like this. And I was like, okay, I think I get this. So it looks okay. I think it looks passable. It's not the best. Runner approves. Oh, good. I'm so glad. But yeah, I need to do another one where he looks happy. I kind of did this one very quickly. But as you can see, it has like very little detail on like the ears and stuff. But anyway, back only had 1 bar of service. No, it's all the lobsters. They're trying to get back at you for eating all of them. But anyway, I'm very happy how it turned out. I need to draw, like, I need to actually figure out what he looks like in plush form, and I kind of want to give him like just very floppy legs or something, just like, I don't know. Nick, hi, just popping in while planning. Can you roll a D100 for me? Yes. I'm just gonna go to roll 20 because I don't have I don't have physical dice right next to me. Oh, Nick, I actually had a question for you. What was it, though? Yeah, what was that question? Hold on. Roll 1D100. 62! And you can check it in Roll20. Was it the thing I sent you? I can't wait to see Mouse in plush form. I know, yeah, I think it'll be fun too. Wait, 62. 62, Nick! I said... There we go. It scares me, though. I wonder what that means. What could that mean? What could it mean? What? I was gonna ask you something about... Well, I had a ridiculous question, and then there was another question, though, that I was gonna ask about. Oh, I remember. I remember now. How big is the emblem that I got at the end of the last stream? The thing that the owl bear was wearing. Is it like this big? Is it something that I could fasten onto my armor or like my bag or something, or is it like huge? I didn't actually know what the size of it was. Let me get you a pic. Okay. I also this is for maybe another time, but I was also gonna ask, what are the specifics on how I summon Mouse? Like, is there like an activation? How does it work exactly? because I have an idea, but I don't know if it would work. I'll write you a little doc on how mouse works. Okay, so Mike, I'll tell you my question, and so that way you can consider it. I was curious. Do you have suggestions? Well, I was curious if it would be possible for me this. Okay, now please, please, let me pitch this idea to you right here, right now. Would it be possible for me to, like, loosely fasten mouse onto an arrow and shoot it at somebody, and he activate, like, in midair with trajectory? So, like, would it be possible for me to do that so that it's like, I don't know, it does with inertia? Yeah, that's what I mean, with inertia. I mean, probably not equal, because he would lose some inertia when, like, becoming a bigger form, but, like, I guess I just don't know if it's, like, yeah, I guess I just don't know how that works. if that would be even possible, or would it just be, like, sweet, I just threw my plush at somebody, essentially. Maybe Reese needs to give it a try. Uh-oh. Okay, well, because, so it's, he is very new to this power, it's true. That's a good point. Look, all I'm saying is this. Let me show you here. Hold on. I have to show you something before you go. Peep the link. You have the emblem on the front of the wooden harness. Okay, hold on. Okay, that's not too large. Yeah, that's not too large. Okay, that could probably be put onto a, like, my armor or something. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. In my head, it's like the size of a small, a small plate at Chili's. Perfect. That does, that does help. Hold on. Okay, look. Hold on. I'm trying to find... Where is it? Doing Goblin Notebook stuff right now. It's so fun. The Goblin Notebook is great. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to... Oh, come on. Oh, I hate this part of the song, Gilmore. We're gonna skip this song. What is that called? Oh, wait. Yeah! Here it is. Hold on.
You know that I never fight alone. Go, Angelo!
Okay, yeah. So hold on. I need to download this real fast. And then I can show you. Look, this is all... this is just what I want. By the way, secret. Do you know in Final Fantasy XIV somebody named Xenos? Been playing a lot of this game. Oh, Grindstone? Nice! That's awesome. Yes. My favorite streamer, Dex Bonus, for her birthday, it was her birthday this past week, she apparently loves Xenos, and so they got him, for her birthday, he has like a cameo. For her birthday, they got him to like read something out loud to her, and it is the funniest thing. I'll send it to you later. But anyway, they were just talking about it, and I was like, They, you know, I think this is from Aladdin 2, the part where Aladdin is like, I must get that upstart Aladdin, but blah, 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 blah. It's like this monologue, and he's like, I cannot attack him, but if only I had the whatever. Anyway, they make him say like a version of that, but about her Final Fantasy 14 character. Anyway, this is, hold on. It's probably going to be loud for a second.
You know.
Okay, there we go. Put this here. All right, Nick, this is, I don't think I'm asking for too much. Hold on. Where is this? Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Probably lower the volume here. Okay. Nick, I don't think I'm asking for too much when I'm saying that this is essentially what I want. Hold on. Oh, I can also... This... Boop. I can just do this. Boop. See, he says he's played Final Fantasy XIV, except he really hasn't. I played it when it was out in, like, 2013. I'm old school. OG. I don't know if it was 2013. No. It had been before that. Because I moved up... This was before I moved up to Alaska. So, like, 2011, 2012. I'm even so old school. Anyway. Nick. This is... I mean, if they can do this in this game, I feel like what I'm asking is not unreasonable.
You know that I never fight alone. Let's go, Angelo! Let's do it!
By the way, this is one of the main characters from Final Fantasy VIII, which is my favorite one. And she does that in game. She has one of her... she has a dog named Angelo, and randomly... or is it her limit break? I can't remember. He'll, like, join the battle, and she has one of her moves is called Angelo Cannon, I think, and her main weapon is this little, like, boomerang thing that, like, it's not a boomerang. I don't even know how it works. It's a, like, wrist-mounted weapon that she shoots, and it does come back to her, but it's like a bladed thing. Anyway. But sometimes he'll just hop on, and then she shoots, and he, like, it just, everything explodes.
You know that I never fight alone.
Let's just watch it again, because it's amazing. Also, is she voiced by Lux?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Anyway, so... her voice sounds like Lux. Final Fantasy VIII was not voiced, which is why I'm saving it for when I've practiced my voices a bit more. So that way I can give some of the characters justice. But amazing. She's probably one of my favorite characters of all time, to be honest. So, you know, just something to think about. Just something to think about. Just want to... She crashed through planets with her dog, so something to think about. It's just something to consider. I mean, you know, it's a Feywild. Anything could happen, including Mouse. Hop on in. It's a very Ant-Man also type of thing. I don't know, but anyway. On that note, maybe we should hop into the game. Side note, for people who play Apex, the new... Who is Ant-Man? Uh-oh. You mean Celery Man? It's true, yes. the Avenger known as Celery Man. For those that play Apex, the new season started today, so the update is out. So if you haven't updated, you should. So that way you can play whenever you would like to. I, in fact, accidentally started Apex. But no, it's fine. we switched over to Ghost of Tsushima. Rhinoa is the best though. Rhinoa limit breaks. I want to see what the other... She has, like... Hold on. Limit breaks, Rhinoa. What else can Angelo do? Combine is Rhinoa's default limit break and calls forth her dog Angelo to perform various abilities. Angelo Cannon and Angelo Rush are learned by default. What else can he do? She also gets this cool one later. But that's spoilers, and I won't tell you about it. Angelo. Also, did you guys... Who here plays Final Fantasy? Or has played a Final Fantasy? And if so, who's your favorite character? I played the final one. Uh-oh. All I'm going to say, you played Final Fantasy 15? That one's so good. That one's so good. Prompto, though, I really liked, I liked Gladiolus, but he was the only one that I played the DLC for because the other ones hadn't come out yet. And so I feel like I can't fully decide until I do that. But I want to replay it on stream, I think. There's DLC, yeah. Each of them got a DLC where it like expands like their story. Because there's at some point in the game where like Gladius is like he's like taken away on a mission and he's just like, sweet, I gotta go, I guess, bye-bye, I'll be back in another chapter. And his like DLC is like him and the other guy who took him on a mission. I think Prompto's is like, I don't know what like the timeline of when Prompto's is, and then Ignis has one too. But I only played Gladius's. I really want to play it again, though, because it's very good. And I want to try to play it on my PS5, because I feel like it probably look better. Final Bunch. Auron is great. Final Fantasy X. Terra, Final Fantasy 3, 6. But there are a lot of fun characters, true. I just wanted to be... I just wanted to say... This is not true. I will tell you this up front. Not a true statement. However... I think it's a very fun fact that I did not know about until not long ago. But I just like to say, I like to tell people that my favorite Final Fantasy character is Ariana Grande. And if you're like, wait, what? How about you just check the wiki, my friends, because Ariana Grande is in a Final Fantasy game. So you just take that for what you will. Actually in a Final Fantasy game. Maybe not a mainline game, but still technically a Final Fantasy character. So just, I don't know. I just like to say that. Not actually true. Honestly, I think Rhinoa is probably my favorite. She was one of my first, like, video game crushes. And 8 was also my first Final Fantasy, but she's a new summon. Actually, honestly, though, it's not too bizarre. She would probably fit into Final Fantasy X too. If they remade Final Fantasy X too, she would 100% be a cameo, I'm sure. Also, why Ariana Grande? Is she a Final Fantasy fan? How did that happen? Well, where did that come about? And who else? What other celebrities would we want in a Final Fantasy game? For a while, the Hudson Bay flagship store downtown had Final Fantasy characters modeling for something in the main display, and people were so confused. Was that Final Fantasy 13? I recall there was like a... When Final Fantasy 13 was about to release, it was okay. I remember Lightning, and maybe some others were like put into like clothing ads and stuff. So random. I love Final Fantasy. It's so weird, and yeah, I said that. I 100% agree. It's just so weird, but also just so good. Gosh. 8, we are for sure going to play. We will play more Final Fantasy VII Remake when more of that comes out. There's also like the spin-off Final Fantasy VII series or game that comes out this year. Excuse me. Brave Eggs? No. That's the game that Ariana's in. Crisis Core. That's what it is. Give me them Kingdom Hearts belts. I played a bit of the first one of Kingdom Hearts. I couldn't get into it. I think I was more interested in the Final Fantasy characters than was the Disney stuff, which is the Disney stuff is like the main part of it. So I was just a little bit more, I don't know, disappointed, I guess. It was just harder for me to get into. I was like, I might as well just play Final Fantasy. I think that's what it is. I do want to play 9 on stream at some point. 8 will play. I have thought about playing 15 because that's a good one. I don't know. They're just fun. They're fun games. They're very long, though. And most of them require a lot of reading. So I don't know how exciting that would be for most of you. But I don't know. I do want to play 8 because that 8 is a I feel like it helped shape my love of video games. It's just so good. All right, so we have a shorter stream today because we have a D&D in a few hours. I think the pure Disney parts that are not based on the Final Fantasy or on the fantasy movies are uninteresting. The core Disney and similar universes seem boring and super outdated. That's actually kind of fair. I think that's fair. I know some people love it. It was just hard, and maybe it was because also I only played the first one a couple years ago, so it was like gameplay wise also a little outdated. So maybe harder to get into, but I think going into it, I knew that there were Final Fantasy characters, and so I was like, you know what? That I really want to see that, and I'm kind of excited about it. And then it was like, oh, they're kind of just more just there on the side, you know? They don't do a whole lot. So so I don't know. So part of me is like, I probably should just play Final Fantasy. I think that's ultimately what I want here. I am very excited, though, for more Final Fantasy VII Remake content. We streamed that a long time ago, and then we just did the DLC. Ooh. I think teaming up with, say, Pan or Ariel or Aladdin is cool. I have no interest in Mickey or, like, the black and white cow universe. That's fair. It was pretty neat. It's just... Wait. Where did... Oh, there you are. Oh, and there it is. I just could not see that. Yeah, it's just... I mean... I think people who are Disney fans are going to love it. I had just, I think, hyped myself up with Final Fantasy stuff. All right. I think what we might do is do mostly like the outposts and things for today's stream, just because it is a shorter stream. We'll kind of see. Maybe if we beat all of them, maybe we'll whoops. Maybe we'll do a side mission or something, but we'll kind of see. Oh, you found white dye for your... Yes! Well, and this one was actually just at a merchant, but I did find the white dye merchant for some of the other stuff. But this was actually, when we unlocked this, I went to the white dye merchant because I was like, oh, I wonder if there's like a color for this armor. And he didn't have anything. The black dye armor guy had one, and we were wearing that for a bit. But then I just went to a regular merchant, and he had this one and 2 others. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm here for this. Plus, it just looks dope. And you get antlers. I love it. Okay, so that guy's doing that. Can I... Cool. Okay, I was like, what are the chances that they're gonna see me? Gosh, there's so many people here. Wow. Okay. Death from above. Oh no! Wait. Wait, oh no. How did that even happen? I was just trying to drop one, I was just trying to drop one thing. Anyway, wow. That did not turn out how we wanted. Okay. Okay. I feel like this guy is probably going to be the easiest to start off with. From above without being seen. Uh-oh. I should also... Hold on. Where is the arrow? Yeah. Arrows are silent on impact. I think that'll be helpful. Also, I didn't know there's going to be a guy right here. So now I'm really glad I'm not in New Jersey right now. There's a county-wide power outage due to downed high-tension wires on a main highway. What? That's crazy. Yeah, I'm glad you're not there, too. Okay, we're still technically fine. Hoping to restore power by night.
Samurai.
Well, yeah, I hope it all gets restored. I'm glad that you're not there. Hopefully it'll all be fixed by the time you get back tomorrow. Okay. So they're kind of on high alert right now, it seems. I think I can only get one of them. What if... Hold on. Is someone gonna check that out? Okay, this guy's coming. Wait, why did they both...
Huge bish bash.
One, I love that it now shows me if I try to assassinate somebody, if they will be alerted by somebody, or like, come on, guy. I'm not made of wind chimes. Wait, and now this guy's coming back over here. What? Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, your AC wouldn't be on. That's awful. So last time I tried to... Man... Okay, now we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it again. I think the other guy went to the other side of the building. Is he hearing it from inside of the house? I think he is. But I think he's coming alone this time? I think because you threw two, the first... Oh, had a super rare and so... Oh, yeah. I think that is what's happening. That makes sense. Yeah, because he's... Yeah, this guy's checking it out. Interesting. Okay. So now... Oh. Let's just hop in. Oh, gosh! Oh, gosh, get up the... No! Ah! Who puts a window right in front of the stairs? Unbelievable. Okay. I just need one more. Ooh, I got it. And that was risky. Okay, can I? Okay. Yeah. That does not go very far. Oh, there's a group very far away. Dang. Okay. How many people are here? Oh. So all we need to do is defeat them. I say, let's just, well... They're like super high alert. Let's just explode a few of them. Skies, hello, welcome in. How are you? I'm doing good. Are you a Ghost of Tsushima fan? There we go. I think that dog just disappeared. He just... this is my first time playing, and I'm loving it. And I am just being as cheap as possible right now. Oh, there's a dog over there. I'm good, thank you. Love this game. Got the platinum trophy for it. I could see myself totally trying to do... I don't always go for platinums, but this would be one that I could see myself going for it. It's so much fun. Oh gosh. It's so much fun, and I'm honestly loving every bit of it. Especially when I spin for dominance after defeating one of these guys. Ooh, iron. Right now, we are currently in Act 2, and we have a bit of a shorter stream on Tuesdays, and so I've decided to just mostly focus on clearing a lot of these things, and then we'll kind of see how much time we have left. But I'm loving it. It's so good. All right. Just make sure we got all the loot stuffs. It even was my first platinum. I was just too motivated because this game is just incredible. Honestly, it's a beautiful game. I really love the, the character acting and stuff in it is really good. Like, Jin does such a great job, and, I really like Yuna and Masako. I think those two characters so far have been very interesting and well done. And the combat's fun. And, I don't know, I'm also kind of a sucker for games that have these types of, like, liberate the outpost type of thing. Just Cause had that, and, like, you know, I think Assassin's Creed probably had some, but anyway, I love it. Hoping this comes to PC eventually, but I had a question, possible spoiler. Is there a New Game Plus? And does your stuff, like your Legend carry? That's a good question. At some point, speaking of, I know this was not what you were talking about, but I kind of want to try the online mode at some point. Also, these guys are here.
I'm right here.
I was gonna be sneaky, but why not? These guys aren't that important. They don't deserve my sneakiness. And done. Gosh. That noise. Let's see. Mine. Oh, yesterday we got a new armor. We got, which one was it? The Kensei armor. We did the mythic quest for that. I also bought, after stream, I bought the white dye version of it. We can't get to any of these yet, but I'm excited. That guy, he did. All right, let's go to this other one. We're just gonna clear all of these out because we're gonna do that eventually, and why not on a short stream like today? For the bird. For those who don't know, I have D&D tonight on Mr. Sputnik's channel. So if you're a D&D fan, you might want to check it out. Day night. There is a new game plus. I'm not exactly sure. Do you mean like the like your legend ranking, sort of like when you level up, it gives you like your where it says like your legend grows or whatever. I've played Legends just 1 or 2 times, so I don't really know much about it. That's fair. Let's reflect on Yuna.
Saved from the battlefield by a thief. What will my uncle think of Yuna?
He's not too happy, I can tell you that. Okay. Let's go to the thing. We got a nice bath in, and now we go punch some people. And Skies, or do you go by Ryan? Which do you prefer? Oh, hello. As I'm running into a bunch of people. Is that a horse on the ground?
Help! Over here!
You'll be free soon.
Yeah, there's just like a dead horse. Okay.
Thank you.
You're safe now.
This is for you, Lord Sakai.
Thank you, thank you. Okay. This way. Longbow upgrade available. Nice. Just defeat the Mongols. Easy. Here. We'll make quick work of them. Probably. Hello. Oh. Really? The rest of them didn't show up. Okay. Your Legends rank. So I guess, like... What? How do I see my rank? Gosh, there's so much vanity stuff that I have not found. 38 of 82? Yeesh! There's still so much I need to go get. I meant when you start New Game Plus, is your legend, like, so all of your skills and stuff? My name is Ryan, but Skies sounds kind of cool, though. It's on you. I'll call you Skies, then, if you think that's cool. Oh, there you go. Legend of the Ghost, the Demon Blade. Yeah, I see. You got strong while I've been away. I've gotten much better, I think, at just the combat and stuff. And I've unlocked a bunch of things. We did a mythic quest to get this Dance of Wrath, I think is what it's called. And you, like, do 3 different quick strikes. It's very fun. But what was I going to ask? What was I going to say? Oh, Skies, I was going to ask what other games you play. What other games do you like? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I'm not even being sneaky. I'm just trying to... Who's next? Uh-oh. Where's the Ochel? Where are you? Wait, who was shooting me? Oh, what? How did he get over there? Oh, this guy. Let's see. Lurk, I'm gonna go read my book. Have fun at date nights if I don't come back before you. And I will. It'll be a very fun episode tonight. You see, I love Assassin's Creed. It's my favorite franchise. My favorite game is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood too. That's awesome. I don't think I played that one. I know for sure I played Black Flag and some of the older ones, but I think Brotherhood's newer than that, isn't it? Who's got stuff for me? This was a smaller camp. Okay, we've unlocked everything in this region. So I've almost finished the Red Lantern VODs. Recommendations for the next playthrough I should watch. This one's a longer one. I think you should watch the Final Fantasy ones. So that way when we do Final Fantasy stuff, because we will continue the Final Fantasy VII Remake once more stuff comes after that. I feel like it'll help catch you up. I think most of the VODs are there. There may be one section that's missing. I can't remember. Brotherhood is the sequel to Assassin's Creed 2. Okay, I couldn't remember. Maybe I did play that one. But that's awesome. All right, let me see. Let's go to this one. This will be a bigger task, I think. But yeah, I love this game. The sequel to that is Assassin's Creed Revelations, and after Revelations, there's Assassin's Creed 3. Okay. I know for sure I have not played all of the AC games. But let's see, it sounds good. I should look for them. I have been enjoying watching the Red Lantern before bed. Nice. Red Lantern's a very fun. Wait, do I have sticky bombs? It's a very fun. I do. Wait. There we go. It's a very fun, like, a game. And there were some fun streams. Runner will bring up one of the first times we played it. One of the dogs almost died, and I almost died. It was actually, I think that playthrough was the first time we won ever. But he'll bring that up because chat was like, we will literally unsub if this dog dies. And I was like, that's fair, I guess, but it's kind of out of my hands. I can't help it. And Skies, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. By the way, we play a bunch of random stuff here. We've been making our way through Ghost of Tsushima pretty much exclusively. But I am a variety streamer. We play a bunch of random things. Love indie games and puzzle games, mystery, chill stuff. We chat a lot. But yeah, welcome in. Forgot to follow. Well, welcome in. Did you ever complete all the dog stories? No, we haven't. There was like a bug, I think, when we were playing where some of the dog stories don't. Oh no! Some of the dog stories don't. What? I killed an enemy with a sticky bomb. Why didn't that count? Oh, you know what? Because I used the wrong thing. Chris Z Lizard, welcome in. How are you? Welcome in. What were you playing? Oh, you have to kill two? Oh, it did? I think I did it wrong. I think I was using a smoke bomb, or not a smoke bomb. The other one, but not the sticky bomb. You were playing Raft. How was it? How did it go? And let me welcome you in with a fist bump. Chris, hello, how are you? How's your day? If you would like a fist bump, please go ahead and punch your screen on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, wha-bam. And welcome in. How are you? How's Raft? I hope you're having a great day. We're just playing some Ghost of Tsushima and loving it. Put myself down here. Raft was fun. Seriously, need to stop making dumb mistakes. I was watching a couple other people play it the other day, and it seems very fun. How far did you get? So I was using... Wait. That's the sticky bomb. What was I using? Hold on. I was using the black powder bomb. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. We got it now. Okay, gotta rescue the 2 hostages.
Hold still.
I didn't get too far yet. Still need to make better armored stuff, but I played for about an hour or so, so not too far in yet. It seems very fun. How'd raid and run though, Tighter Sack? Yeah, it's so late for you. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for coming in, and we'll see you later. And a double raid, Kawaii Trooper. Welcome in. How are you? Friends, hello. All okay with me? Hello, welcome in. OMG, it's great. It's super. You've just been raided by Kawaii Trooper. Freakaroo, hello. Koya? Poolside Convo? That's a great name. Welcome in. I need to pause this. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I hope you're having a fantastic day. What were you playing? More AC. Abs95XO, hello. How are you? Yeah, you were playing Animal Crossing. How did it go? How did it go? Let me welcome you all in, friends, with a fist bump. Kawaii Trooper and friends, I hope you're having an excellent day. If you would like a fist bump, please go ahead and punch your screen on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, wha-bam. And welcome in, friends. Hello. How are you doing? How was Kawaii's stream? What did you guys do? Been decorating the villager houses, and now I only have my house left to decorate before we have a dream address. Congratulations, Kawaii. That's awesome. I want to visit your island. I must visit. But welcome in. I'm also an Animal Crossing player. I do enjoy AC. I can tell you now, friends, let me ask you a question. Who is your favorite villager? Mine is my tier 3 emote. There we go. There he is. Boomer. Also, one of my viewers, Sassy Lady Panda, stitched me a boomer. His nose is yellow. I don't know why this is being chroma keyed out, but it is, which is weird. But there you go. Yeah, you can see it's actually there. So now I have my own little boomer. That's so cute, isn't it? Isn't it? Claudia, the purple tiger, love it. I love that. That's awesome. I don't know if I've ever had a tiger on my island, which is weird. Now I think about it. Yay for Boomer, Sassy. Again, thank you for this. This is so nice. I just keep it right over here. But that's awesome. How have you been? What have you been up to? We have been playing... So, friends, I am a family-friendly streamer, though we're playing a game that's maybe a little bit more mature than what we normally play, and that's why this is a Jet After Dark stream. It's not actually dark here. It's actually only 1 p.m. where I'm at. I'm in Alaska. So if you're not interested in Ghost of Tsushima, I totally understand. We often put people to sleep in this game, so anyway, just keep that in mind. And Teddy is just wonderful. You know what I am so upset about is that you know how on the Switch they added like the Nintendo Switch Online, like you can create profile photos from different games, and they added like they go by birthdays. So like soon, if they haven't updated already, all the August birthdays will be available. I'm so mad because they added that feature in March and Boomer's birthday's in February. And so I missed it by a month. So I have to wait till next year to get a Boomer portrait. And then that'll just be my Switch picture forever. Also, while we're here, let me just play a little bit of music so we're not just in silence. I've been up and down, lots been going on really, and work has been insane, but trying to keep smiling through it all. Miss saying hello, so wanted to send all the love over. Kawaii, I appreciate it. I'm sorry that things have been up and down. I hope things kind of stabilize for the better. No, I love it. Also, I saw Mafia. Hold on, wait for it. That's such a, if no one knows what I'm talking about, that is just a random word being thrown out. The something Mafia. Help me out, please. I saw your little like profile card kind of where it had like info about you. I liked that you mentioned your ability to dreams. Yes, dream state. There we go. I was like, I knew it. That was like right on the tip of my tongue. I could not remember. I like that you mentioned your Donald Duck ability. For those who don't know, I know Kawaii's viewers for sure know, but people here might not know. Kawaii can do an excellent Donald Duck impression, and I remember, I think one of the a while back, because I had heard the Donald Duck alert or whatever that has played the sound effect, and I think at some point you had said, "Oh yeah, that's me," and I was like, "What?" That is honestly impressive. Like, just I had no clue. I didn't know where it came from. I was just like, I just thought it was either a sound clip or something, but it sounds so good. So when I saw that on your little profile card, I was like, that's good. But everyone, if you have not, let me just double check. If you have not followed Kawaii yet, I highly recommend that you do. We've actually met a lot of wonderful people through Kawaii. She's very good at connecting people, but also her streams are very cozy and wonderful, and always love how much you laugh and are just having fun while you play ACNH. It's just fun. Your streams are just very fun. So please go drop a follow if you have not. I once had way too much time and somehow taught myself that. Man, I'm jealous because I am not very good at doing any kind of voice whatsoever besides my own. And I've tried, and I need to spend more time focusing on it because, one, I'm playing I'm in a D&D campaign, and it's mostly my real voice. I kind of slip between just it's just my real voice to something that's a little bit different. But I've already been like, if my character dies, I want to come back with an accent, and so I just need to figure out what that's gonna be. I can do like a decent, okay British accent. It's probably actual British people would be like, it's okay. But I don't know. I kind of want to learn an Australian accent. I feel like that'd be fun. Thank you so much for always being so kind. Appreciate the loving words. Absolutely. I always love what you do, and I don't know. I always think about your tweets where you're like, "Oh, these people are great," and I'm like, "That's just so nice. It's so kind of you to do stuff like that." I was actually just messaging Lanier the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I would not have met Lanier if it wasn't for Kawaii." What kind of character are you playing in D&D? I play a ranger, and I can actually show you something right now. I showed this off just earlier on stream. I made so I have I'm a ranger. I have a beast companion that is, this is gonna be complicated. It's a wolf, but the wolf actually emerges from a plush toy. So it's normal form. It looks like a little plush wolf, but it like becomes a like full-sized wolf creature. I don't actually have what it looks like when it's in its plush form yet. I need to actually spend time making it. But I can tell you it's like, looks like a really worn out plush wolf, has like a bunch of patchwork and like it's been re-stitched multiple times. In its plush form, it has like an acorn for one eye and a button for the other. It also has been like, it had maybe some kind of injury, or not injury, but it had like a tear on its head. And so my ranger character like sewed it up with like a leaf. And so in its big form, it looks like this. I showed this off today. I made this over the past few days, but this is his name is Mouse. But he's got a leaf on his head. He is also, we're in the Feywild. So we're going through a campaign called Wild Beyond the Witchlight. It's actually, we play it Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Central. So in a few hours we'll be playing on Mr. Sputnik's channel. But I did not have this until we like went to the Feywild, and when we woke up there, my plush toy came to life. And so so he's kind of like very magical. That's why his eyes glow. The stitching that's there when in his plush form, like light shines through it from when he's like in his big form. He looks scary, but I also made this real fast. So as you can see, he's a good boy, and he's nice. He's happy. So very interesting. Is it like tied to the backstory or something that acquired along the way? So yes. I won't say too specific because we haven't gotten there yet, and there are some people here who do watch the sessions. But the plush toy is tied to my backstory. It's also tied to my character. In his like free time, it's kind of like a hobby of his. He makes little plushes, and he'll like give it to people or like kids or whatever. That if he finds like a street urchin, he might give it to one. I'm actually. I think one of the players forgot about this. Sassy, you'll be reminded. I think one of the other players forgot about this, but they asked for a plush, and so my character's been making it over when we have long rests. They asked for a pangolin. So in game, my character is making a little pangolin stuffed plush for them. But anyway. So let's see. That's awesome. I will do the raid and run and get myself showered and ready for bed. Always nice catching up with you and seeing everyone. Hope you have an awesome rest of the stream. Kawaii, thanks for coming in. Thanks for bringing your people here. And I hope you have a great rest of your evening. I know it's pretty late for that. But thank you so much. It's always good to see you. Let's see. Ooh, you're playing that one. Cool. I really want to play it too. Bought the book of that campaign for my boyfriend for Christmas. He's a DM. Nice. That's awesome. Ours is like... it's been home brewed a bit, so it's not too. I think we're following the general story, but like some of it's been changed around. But anyway, it has been very fun. I won't tell you any specifics, but just in case you play that one. But let's see. I do remember that. Maybe that'll help smooth things over. Yeah, I'm hoping. Currently, our characters are in a bit of. There's some inner party drama. Between two of the characters, particularly. And so the past few sessions have been a little tense. But it's been so fun. It has been so fun. Though I have said, Sassy, I was talking to one of the other players, Rainey, and I was like, I don't get why your character's so mad at my character. And she's like, she's not mad at your character. And I was like, I don't know. He feels like you're mad at him. But apparently, she's not very mad at my character. It's just Rowan. Let's see. Yeah, really cool. I play in 2 homebrew campaigns, and I do appreciate the work the DMs put into them. Right? It's so much. I've actually DM'd more than I've played. I enjoy playing more because I can just focus on one character versus, like having to basically build an entire world. But what do you what's your character? What do you play in your campaigns? Oh, girls. And they're both like children too, which is even we're confusing that way. Well, and that was kind of what Rainy and Roan, I think, were talking about. I said I mixed up their character names and the real names. Rainy and Lurket, what they were talking about was, I think this is off stream, but they were saying like both of their characters are like once, or maybe they're both about 16, and so yeah, it's like two teenage girls that are not wanting to communicate with each other, and so it's just like, what do we do? And poor my character, who is the most mature out of everybody, he's like in his 30s, is like, I'm trying to help, but I don't know how to interact with these children. Why can't they just talk this out? I don't get it. We'll figure it out. I'm certain either my character will die, somebody's character will die, and I'm sure we'll all work together after that point, right? One can hope, anyways. We're gonna scooch back into the game, but I do want to continue hearing about any characters you play. You mean you don't speak teenage girl? Reese, I don't think he does. He's probably approached it like he would approach trying to like mediate adults, right? Like he tried getting everyone to talk, and that didn't work. And I think it's just like, you know, they need time. They need time to process things on their own, and they're both going through a lot too. So I play a halfling monk called Kiki in one, and that one we are level 7, and it's starting to be very cool. I have a Kura Sigama that is +2 and has some monster parts to enhance, very cool. And the other one I'm playing a human rogue who is an ex-art thief. That is dope. So rogues are my favorite, for sure, hands down. But I opted to play a ranger. I've never played a ranger before, and I also was like, I should probably give something else a try. Like, just test the waters a bit more. But I love rogues. So much fun. I just love everything about them. But that sounds so much fun. This is the only campaign that I'm in, and it's been a blast. I hadn't played D&D since the start of 2020, pre-pandemic. I love it. I love it, though. I was DMing a campaign for some people, and then with everything that happened, there just wasn't time. Uh-oh. So anyway, it's fun to play again. It's fun just to play, and I get to just focus on one character, and I love it. And I really enjoy. So, only a couple of pieces of my backstory have really been like, addressed or revealed, and I just can't wait for more. I just can't wait. I think Kiki is my favorite at the moment, but probably because I've played her longer. I've only played a year, so I'm still trying the classes and finding my thing. I'm thinking of creating a bard or druid next. Oh, that's fun. Druids are very fun. Also, I'm floating. I didn't realize that. My bad. I love creating characters and stories. Same. That is the part that I enjoy the most. That's the part that I enjoy the most. And I'll do anything. I just need to protect this guy real fast. And so, like, when I came up with my character Reese, that was the thing was like, I want to make a character that'll be fun to play and that'll be like invested in his story. And I don't think we will be getting too much of that. This dog though. I'm so sorry, everybody. It gave me no choice. Those are good guys. I love creating the characters and love having like RP moments. So we're like an RP heavy campaign, which is wonderful. We will have we will have moments where we will just chat. I mean, dice are nice too. Fair though. So we I was mentioning a couple of our characters have been having some conflict. We have a party of 4, and 2 of them are like teenage girls. My character is probably the most mature there. We have like a gnome who is 80 years old. However, he's pretty sheltered, and so he doesn't. It's like being with a child almost at times. And so my character is like the most mature, but we were having a bunch of conflict between a couple of the characters, and so my character Reese, he was like, all right, let's just have a powwow. Like, let's all sit down. We're gonna pass around essentially what was the talking stick. It was not a stick, but and like, you can only talk if if you have this thing, and then it still blew up from there. And it was just, he's trying his best, but nothing's actually getting better. So I love those moments though. A hermit gnome, sort of, yeah. He's a deep gnome, which I guess deep gnomes grew up in the underground or caves, I think. I forget. And so he just this is his first time ever leaving home. He has only known his home, and I think even there he seemed pretty seemed not antisocial. I think he was just maybe not very well connected. So, and I guess his character has had a lot of new stuff happen to him within like the past few months. And so he's just, everything's really new. He's just very scared. And my character is like a weathered hunter who is just like, he's been through a lot, but is trying his best with the given situation. But it's very fun. I love it. I love D&D. What got you into D&D? Also, what do you go by? Okay? All okay? Underdark, probably. I can't remember. He's like talked about it before, but really not into the specifics. So it's kind of hard to for me to remember. Also, we're like in such a crazy place currently that this is ridiculous. We're fighting on this. Uh-oh. Oh gosh. I thought that was a smoke bomb. That was not a smoke bomb. That was not that. Leave the hostage alone. Uh-oh. I go by okay, perfect. I will call you that then. What got you started in D&D? I think I had played a couple of tabletop RPGs before that were not D&D. I think the first one I played was Star Wars Saga Edition. They'll see us? Okay, I guess there is one other person over here. But I started watching Critical Role, and that is what actually got me to start playing D&D specifically. And I started painting minis, and so that it was kind of nice. So for my first little bit when I was introduced to D&D, what I would do is I would watch an episode of Critical Role and paint minis at the same time. So much fun. Are you? Who is nearby? Oh, there's somebody right here. Uh-oh. I meant to open the door, and I just cut it down. My bad. Can I free you now? Yes.
You're going to be all right.
Cappy the talking stick. Yeah, he was... he's wonderful.
This is a miracle.
Go and stay safe.
I actually got sucked in when I watched a creator here on Twitch called Gryogar. They hosted Community D&D, and I watched. That's so good. And I watched a couple, and then put my application in and got selected to play. He helped you with character creation and played my first game live on Twitch. That's awesome. That's so good. I love that. It's such a fun game and hobby, and I enjoy it.
What?
Stabbed it right in his eye sockets.
I feel like it's something that
Stop it with your rumors.
I mean, I'm glad that I was able to watch a bunch of it before playing, just because it kind of helped me understand. Helped me understand how to play. I think. Granted, I had played some other RPGs first, but I really enjoyed seeing. Critical Role is a very RP heavy.
It's
Oh, I thought that was something I could open.
Statue.
It's a very RP heavy campaign, and the players love role playing and stuff. And so I think getting to see that was like, oh, this is awesome. I get it. I love that. Look at us go. Let's go over here. Around the same time, I met my current boyfriend and watched him play with his buddies and sort of sneaked my way into one of their campaigns, and then another, and then another, and then a couple short stories. That's awesome. I love that. That's so fun. My first character... What was my first character? I think my first character was a druid. Very fun. I think what's fun about a druid is that you can kind of go in a couple different directions. Like if you want to be kind of tanky, you can, or if you want to be more of like a support type character, you can, or if you want to just be almost just like a different type of wizard, sort of. You know, it's just how you build it can really just change around what you need for the party. It's very fun. Oh, there's like 10 billion people up there. What are they doing up there? Let's go deal with that. Something really cool that is going to happen is that we are hosting D&D on Workplace this autumn. A bartender, we're going to see if people are interested to play, and we'll host a campaign in the bar. That's so smart. I love that. That's so good. I bet you'll get a lot of people who want to play. Wait a minute. What? Excuse? Oh, they're friendly. These are friendly people. That's my bad. That's on me, everybody. That's on me. I was like, haha, I've got the drop on them. No. My first character was an Aragorn-type halfling ranger. Oh, that's dope. That is, I love that. Kill an enemy with a heavenly strike. Easy. I feel like Aragorn, in some ways, is sort of an inspiration for, for my current character. I've sort of said, somebody asked what my inspiration was for Reese. I'm actually kind of forgetting what I said. What did I say? I need to double... think that's in one of the recordings. Oh gosh. I'm on fire now. Aragorn's my childhood daddy crush. Aragorn's wonderful. He's great. I've always been partial to Samwise. Samwise, I just love the best friend. Just, I will do anything for you. I just love it. I'm sort of a sucker for any kind of story that's like, I've said this before. Any kind of found family story, done. I don't care what medium it is, I will love it. If it's an anime, great. Is it a movie? Wonderful. I'm here for it. For sure, I get that. He's kind of too much. Awesome, but too much. That's fair. I think, I don't know. Any kind of like, if you ever watched like Naruto or something, the like loyal to a fault type of person. I just love it. I love characters like that. What was I gonna say though? Trying to think. Who did I say? Oh, I may have said Hawkeye, but I feel like Aragorn kind of works. But yeah, I was like Hawkeye is an inspiration. The shopkeeper from Persona 5. If you guys ever played that, the like airsoft gun salesman. He's sort of an inspiration. And there was one more, and I can't remember what I said. Anyway, I love taking inspiration from different movies or whatever. I feel like it's just so fun. It's just a fun way to get to explore different characters. And I mean, even though they're like inspired by, even though Reese is inspired by those characters, he's like not like any of them really. So that's fun too. I get to kind of have my own story that way. I've not played Persona 5, but I can form a sort of picture. Yeah. He's kind of a, at times, gruff but caring character. I think that is the parts that are very similar to Reese, anyways. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's go this way. Let's see if I can survive. Perfect. I'm trying to get to here. But gosh, I just love D&D. It's just so much fun. So yeah, we play every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central. On Tuesdays, I have a bit of a shorter stream, so we'll probably end here in about an hour. That's so fun. Let's see. Yeah, I like to get the character started from a base of some sort, like a character I know, and go from there. That is, I think, such a great way. A great way to do it. We were actually talking about the other day how people make their characters, because people have their own like process. Sometimes people start with like a concept, or they start with a backstory, or sometimes they start with I really want to play a. I really want to play a wizard, and then they kind of build their story from there. For my current character, I had a basic concept of I would like to play somebody with this backstory and kind of built it from there. At some point, I was like, I think a ranger would make a lot of sense with this. And so I kind of built it there. But I think some other people in our party had, like, I really want to play this class, and then kind of built their backstory like from that point. So it's interesting how people do that, because everyone kind of has their own. Everyone has their own way.
Fight!
Don't worry, we're all just putting these people to sleep. So. Excuse me? Oops. I pushed the wrong button. Yeah, I mean, Blank has a character called Spicy McNugget. You can guess what the inspiration was. I love that. I had a friend. Are we still going to do the one-shot? Is that, we are still planning on doing the one-shot, yes. It's just been so much going on that I haven't had a chance to like actually sit down and do it. But what was I gonna say? I had a friend who played a character named Wheatley. And the whole like premise of the character was that he was an awakened, basically, he was a human, but he was a human who something happened and his consciousness went into a piece of bread or something like that. And so Wheatley was a piece of bread that was sentient and was like a wizard. And anyway, yeah, so sometimes D&D can be ridiculous, but that's the fun part. Hank, after you knock them out, I'm going to need you to grab their heads and twist until you hear snap. And that puts them to sleep more? Exactly. Totally fair. Plus, I'm sure finding a time when we're all available will be a struggle too. That could be true. We'll kind of see how it goes. But yeah, things have just been a little cray. But no, I need to actually make some progress on that. There's somebody right here, isn't there? But yes, everyone has their process. We had this friend get together in January, and part of that was the PowerPoint. Oh gosh. Part of that was the PowerPoint night kind of thing. Blank made character sheets of all the people present. Like, imagined what class and races they would be, what skills, etc. It was so cool, and it was very spot on. That's awesome. I love that. I also like talking about... Oh, gosh. That's not what I meant to do. Talking about, like, oh, what, you know, if you were a class, what kind of, you know, what would you be? I don't know what I would be. I would love to say I'd be a rogue, but I don't think that's necessarily true. But I just think they're so cool. Can I? Nope. Oh. Note to self, you cannot drop from that height. Let's use the ladder. I don't know what... Oh, I think somebody said I'd be a cleric. I think Nick said that, which is my DM, Mr. Sputnik. I think a while back he was like, you'd probably be a cleric, which I guess that's fair. But rogues are just so cool. Maybe I can multi-class. Maybe I can multi-class into rogue. Take a few levels in rogue, get a little sneaky, and then sure, fine, I'll be a cleric. Let's see. Okay. Nothing in heal. Okay. We are clearing the map, and I love it. How many 14 of 17 liberated. 15, 16, and then big one 17? Is that even in... I think that is in this area, so that's probably what it is. By the way, there is a story to this game. I am just, because it's a shorter stream, I'm just doing a bunch of, like, the side stuff. But that's so fun. I love it. I love chatting D&D and... I don't know, hearing about people's campaigns and characters and stuff. I think it's so fun. Because even, what's great is, like... even if, like, people play the same modules or campaigns, they're gonna still have a very different experience, regardless. So...
Show me your skill.
There's somebody else that I know who's running the same campaign. And their campaign has been entirely, like, different than ours. Because, I mean, their characters are different, but also, like... I don't know, it's just, like, the way the DM is doing it, it's like, you know... It's a whole different thing. So I love that. Blank imagined me as a halfling ranger with 1 level of warlock, and he had his little joke, selected my favorite enemy to be giant. Is this a height joke or something? What is the, because he made you a halfling, and and then favorite enemy giant? Well, where's, how does that all work out? Okay, let's see. Who's left? Oh. Wait, oh, I'm not that tiny, actually. Oh, that's fun. I'm average size, but all of my little sisters are taller than me. Oh, that's funny. I see. They are so tall. Hey, you. Come back. Oh. Oh. Oh, there's a wall there. I didn't realize that. I am a bit of a short king, and so all people of all heights are welcome, but I do appreciate the shorter peeps sometimes. We see eye to eye, and I love that. Let's see. Any loot here that I can have? Oh, and it's so funny. So, in our campaign, I initially, when I was creating my character, and this is the thing that's fun about D&D, is the things you don't expect. So, when I was creating my character, my plan was to make him sort of the face of the party, make him be the guy who's like, let's talk this out. Let's actually, you know, we don't have to fight. Let's you know, maybe he was going to be like the more passive one until the game started. And I met the other characters and learned that they are even more passive than my character. My character's almost the only one who has been in a fight before. I think one of the other characters has, but he was like a hunter. So I mean, he's had to kill stuff before, and so he kind of became, just in comparison to the party, he became sort of the more like intense and violent one, just because of how everyone else is just so avoidant of any kind of like physical conflict. So it's just fun. It's just fun to see how those things change. Like the oldest of them and youngest of them, who is 15, is almost 2 meters. Oh boy. That is tall. I am 5'6". I don't know what the meter breakdown for that is, but I'm a bit short. Just a wee bit short. Let's go here. But yeah, it's fun. So my ranger has an incredibly high charisma. Oh, a bird. He has an incredibly high charisma because, again, my plan was that he was going to be sort of like the face of this party. But he now, I mean, and I still use that, but it more so, oh, I'm not going in the right direction at all, in fact. But now I don't know. It's just funny. He's just more, I don't know. All the other characters see him as like being not ruthlessly violent. That's not true. They just see him as being like overly violent when he's just like, there was a in one of our first combat encounter, a group of enemies, they are in fact enemies, were like very cheerfully like, hey, we're gonna rob you. We're gonna steal something from you. And Reese, my character, was immediately like, all right, I've already had stuff stolen from me. I'm not gonna have these people be so bold just to say they're gonna walk all over us and take stuff from us. But all the other characters were like, well, maybe we could just give them stuff and they'll leave. My character's like, no. No. You guys don't understand. We're gonna punch these people. I don't even mind how tall people are, but yeah, small peeps are great, and I love playing tiny characters. It is fun. I am super tall and also play very tall characters. Gizmo. Like my very tall gnome. We're approximately the same height, I believe, right? That's part of our twinness, if I recall. I think you're taller than me, though. I think so. I think you're taller by me by like an inch or something. I don't know my height.
Stand and fight me.
I feel like it has been said before. You're 6'7". That's right. Well, let's see. I played a fairy in one shot that was like 6 to 7 inches. Oh my goodness. Gizmo's only short on stream. Ah, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. that makes sense. How that works. It's sort of like how before people would say, like, you know, the camera puts on a certain amount of pounds. It's like when you're on Twitch, it reduces your height by a certain amount. Wait, really? For some reason I thought you said you were 5 something, but I can't remember. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I made that up. I'm totally 5 something. Okay. We're getting somewhere now. Imagine all these people like, you know what? Let's just keep charging him. At least they all get to take a nap now. We stan a short king. Is that how that goes? Yeah, absolutely. Just not sure what the something is. Fair. Anyway, it's getting late here. By late, it's almost 1:30. Yeesh! Okay. Thanks for coming in and chatting D&D with us. So much fun. Thanks for popping in. Thank you for the follow earlier. I hope you have a good night. Need sleepy sleep? Get some sleep. Get some sleep. But thanks for chatting with us. It's so nice to meet you. I may or may not be taller than Gizmo. Fair. Fair. For some reason, I thought we knew your height, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, we do. At least we know you're 19. If I stand up straight, I'm less small, but I lean, slouch a lot. Also fair. I've been slouching more recently, and I've told myself I need to, like, when I've been drawing stuff, I kind of lean forward a bit. I'm like, I just need to not do that. That'll be fun. I'll be trying to pop in another time. It'll be so good to see you. But have a great night. Get some sleep. And I hope your next D&D sesh goes well. Ow. Was there a thing I was supposed to do? Oh, kill an enemy with longbow. Can do. Oh. How is that guy not? Okay. I'm impressed by this guy. Ow. Ow. Okay. Alright, hold on. I'm out of normal arrows. But this'll work, right? Wait, does that not count? Oh, maybe because they're dying by fire? Instead of like... There we go. Okay. We got it, don't worry. Maybe it was a little overkill, but... Nighty Night Adventures. I love that. Mr. Panda was the tall one in our escape room group. How tall is Mr. Panda? Oh man, I love D&D. If only I could play. Wait a minute. It's Tuesday. We will be playing. 6-1. Okay, nice. That's awesome. That is Toll. I honestly can't imagine being tall. What is that even like? You literally see things at a different perspective. Loot, loot, loot. Okay. So they should clear this out. So we only have this one left, which is like a main story mission. So we can't really do that. What time is it? Okay, we have 40 minutes. We could continue Yuna's story. That's probably the best thing to do. We have a gift available. And a longbow upgrade.
Radio's here. No sign of any other monks, though.
He's taller than me. He, oh, he's 6 inches taller than me. Right? Is that? Yeah. He calls me pocket-sized.
Speed,
Amazing.
distance, and power.
Done.
Tadayori Nagao would envy this bow.
Goodbye.
Until next time.
All right. Where were the gifts? Aha. So both of my bows are fully upgraded. Now, let's go do this. We were doing her story yesterday, so we continue. She was having a rough time, Yuna. So hopefully, I'm sure things will get better. Knowing this game, things are on the up and up. She's gonna have just a great old day.
Show me your skill.
Which of these side quests is the, like, the anime equivalent of, like, a beach episode? That's what I want to know. Happy ending for her storyline for sure. Yeah, she's. We just had, for those that weren't here or didn't see, we tried to help somebody out, and then they were like, "Oh, she's the worst." Austin, hey, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How are you today? Eterno Blade. How was that? How did it go? And also, let me welcome you all in with a fist bump. Austin and friends, welcome in. How are you today? If you would like a fist bump, please go ahead and punch your screen on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, wha-bam. And welcome in. We are playing some Ghost of Tsushima. What was I saying just now? Oh, I was mentioning what happened yesterday in her story. It was good. Nice. I don't think I know what Eterno Blade. Wow. Eterno Blade 2 is. But I hope it was fun. How are you doing? We tried to help someone out. The person got mad at us for helping us out. And they were basically like, you should just run away from her. She's terrible. She's gonna mess everything up. She's the worst. And then we helped take over a camp. And I'm sure now things are gonna get just even better. Oh, it's a Metroidvania-ish. Nice, that's awesome.
What is it?
A child's doll. Stained in blood.
The Black Wolf enslaves children?
Yes. And he sells them to the Mamushi brothers.
Where is he?
His camp's down this path, but it's crawling with Mongol guards.
Then they will die with him.
I need to be the one to kill the Black Wolf. I had a chance a long time ago. But I couldn't.
I can help you. We'll attack head on. Let him know we're coming.
I want him to feel helpless. Paralyzed.
He will. And by the time we're finished, Altan will feel the same.
The Black Wolf. You do like those. You are a Metroidvania fan. Besides Eastward, I feel like that's what I've seen you play the most.
This way.
Like when I first met you. You were playing through all the Castlevanias, if I recall.
Mongol. If he sees us, he'll warn the others.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
Why is this glowing? Oh, it's just because of the lighting? I was like, why? Also did the Ori games and some Shantaes, it's true. Metroids and Castlevanias, baby. I have Ori, the first one. I need to play that.
You know this place well.
Taka and I came here after we left Yarikawa. I thought it was a refuge. I was wrong.
Defeat the Mongols.
Who will fight?
Oh gosh, I can't see. That was total guesswork. Hit him in the arm. His weak spot.
I don't see the Black Wolf.
coward likely fled.
He can't get away.
Wait, that Mongol ship offshore. He may be inside.
Loot. Gizmo, are you streaming today? If so, what are you playing? There's nothing to loot. Oh, you're playing Dead by Daylight? Nice, that's awesome. Then maybe some of the dating sim? Nice.
We can use that rowboat. Quickly.
It's Tuesday. I don't know who streams on Tuesday. That's awesome. I'm really bad at remembering schedules. Honestly, same. I was actually... So I've been using the events in the Discord to like mark sort of the schedule. And yesterday... Yeah, yesterday, because I made it yesterday. I was like... I don't know why I was having such a hard time with this. I was like, wait, there's only 6 events? There should be more. Like 6 different streams? There should be more. And I don't know why I was thinking that. And then at some point I was like, wait, I only stream like 5 days a week and then I have date nights. That's 6. So I don't... but I spent like a few minutes trying to figure out where I went wrong. Dang, Austin, that's so many trophies.
Mongol screams will draw him out.
Will that draw him out? There we go.
Whatever you think I've done, Altan forced me.
You enslaved children!
No,
You've done it for 20 years! You held me and Taka captive. Sold us to the Mamushi slave farm.
Taka. He was my favorite. But the way I remember it, you brought him to me.
I didn't know.
You know, he's yours.
Here, back checking if I could paint brick.
Are you alright?
Let's get off this boat.
Black wolf versus white deer. I know. I love my armor. Wait, but you know, we should loot.
Altan will see this and know we're coming. He'll be forced to act.
Jin. What the Black Wolf said was the truth.
What do you mean?
I met him when we came to Otsuna. He offered me food and a place to stay. I asked if I could bring my brother. He got us drunk. And then... Taka doesn't remember. But I do. I was frozen. I could have killed him. Saved Taka. But I was too scared.
It's not your fault. Because of you, he'll never hurt another child.
I need some time. I'm going back to the inn.
I'll see you there.
I figured something heavy like this would happen. Hold on, I need to answer a message real fast. And we got a stealth charm. I love it. I need to see what that does. What does it do? Reduces enemy detection speed by 10%. Not as cool. We did get some silk, though. And then... Where's this? Perfect. Let's just go ahead and complete the story. I think we have time. By the way, so for the record, I think tomorrow we will play more of this. And then Thursday we'll probably play something different. I don't know what yet. But we'll probably play something just to change it up. And then Friday we'll be back for more. More of this. So we'll see. I don't know yet. Don't know what the plan is. Tomorrow there's a Splatoon Direct. Tim doesn't approve. No! It's only one day. It's only one day. I bet we can at least get to Act 3. Assuming each part of the island is an act. I bet we can get to Act 3 by the end of the week. Forever Tsushima! Are they squids or are they kids? Still, we don't know, and it's the third game. That's the big mystery. The big mystery of it all. There's just no way to know. I mean, unless it's answered in the direct. Maybe that's part of it. Oh! Squid humanoids.
What happened?
Altan got our message.
Uh-oh.
This was his answer. He said to meet him at a camp near the Kushi border.
You'll pay for this. We will bring him to justice.
You've brought nothing but death.
It is our duty to exact revenge. We'll take it from Altan or die trying.
That's the duty of a samurai. Yuna's just a thief. And thieves have no honor.
We'll make this right. I swear.
Your promises are just like you. Worthless.
Wow!
Let's get the horses.
Wow! She is not nice. She is not very nice. And we would ban her from our community if if she was saying that in chat. Banned. Wow. What way are we
we're
going?
riding into a trap.
I know, but I owe it to Ichi.
Our focus has to be Altan. Whatever happened between you and her, it can't get in the way.
You don't understand. Ichi was a slave at the Mamushi farm. It's where we met. She looked out for me and Taka. Shielded us from the worst. She's the reason we escaped.
She chose to do that. You don't owe her anything.
That's not all of it. We swore to get out of that place together. One moment, we were all running. The next, Ichi was screaming. And I kept running. I abandoned her, Jin. I owe her my life.
You were right to run. I saw what kind of men those brothers were. If you tried to fight them, they would have killed you.
Is running part of the samurai code?
You were children. Sometimes running is the only way to survive. What's done is in the past. You have to let go of your guilt. It will only get in the way when we face Altan.
I don't let anything get in my way. this is it.
Be careful. We don't know how many men Altan brought with him.
But where the bastard's hiding?
Sneaky, sneaky. I kind of wish there were like some cool dual assassinations we could do while Yuna's on our team. Oh. I feel like that'd be fun. Uh-oh. Get him. Know your enemy. What trophy is that? Collect 20 Mongol artifacts. I see. Okay. Done. I feel like we've missed a bunch of those artifacts. Is there someone up here?
Huge wish wedge.
The guy's hand is gone. Uh-oh.
Altan!
Oh.
I can cut down your men all day!
Oh, I thought that was her. I thought she was Altan for a second.
Coming. It's him!
Altan.
With another pack of dogs.
Sudoku, which isn't the most scary battle cry. True. Sudoku!
Altan. Face judgment for your crimes.
You cannot judge me. You murdered your own people.
The Mamushi brothers and the Black Wolf are traitors.
Is that your excuse? Your reason to become the ghost and kill? No wonder the Straw Hat Ryuzo turned on you.
Enough! It's time to finish.
Ryuzo! He's got a redemption arc coming, don't worry. The horse ornament's kind of neat, but it is something. Not as cool as antlers, though. Oh, I should switch styles? Yeah.
You do what you need to survive. And yet you despise others. I kill in service of the Great Peace.
Did he hit me once? I think one of them ran away. Oh. Oh. Oh, hello, Ichi. That might have been flawless.
You
Dabs.
killed Altan. But our people know what you did to the others. Now they're afraid the ghost will come for them next.
Good people have nothing to fear from me.
What do you believe, Ichi? Are we monsters?
I think you did what you had to. Goodbye, Yuna.
Don't let what Ichi said bother you.
I don't want our own people afraid of me.
You can't expect everyone to understand what you're doing, or why.
No. But I wonder if I've crossed the line.
If we have. We are on the right side of it.
The headstrong thief. Yuna, I really like Yuna's character. Also, thanks for the help, Ichi. Way to stand there during the duel. I know. She apparently is mad at us, but didn't, you know, no point, you know, she make her presence known. The ranged charm, a charm of swift return. Missed standard arrows have a 25% chance of being recoverable. That's actually kind of fun. And we got some silk. Were we just sleeping on top of that spear? Okay, so okay, we have, I assume that's a story related thing. Let's see. There's nothing like probably that short we can do. Also, okay, wait. Oh. Wait a minute. The thief? Oh, a Masako tale, 7 of 9. 6 of 9. Okay, so we need to do that too. Yeah, there's not really much that we can do right meow. With our limited time. Why is this a circle? And not like a town shape? Or a diamond? Or the campfire? Why is this a circle? Let's go over here. Wait, can we? Oh, maybe we can't. Maybe there's a story thing? That's probably why. Yeah, that's probably why. Okay. So, okay, tomorrow we will continue. And we will probably do... We've got quite a few... we have quite a few side missions to do. Quite a few. So we can actually do some of that. And then continue on from there. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately. It's unfortunate that our stream is shorter today, but it's because we have D&D tonight, which is wonderful. So it's a double-edged sword, if you will. But let's go ahead and let's see who's online. Did I 100% the first area? I did. So this whole, the island at the bottom, the reason why it's white is because it's liberated. And then this is 16 out of 17. The last thing is here, but I think this is a story mission deal. So we'll have to kind of further our side missions and then do the story missions. Then we have this last part up top, and then there's a DLC that we'll do at the very end. I've heard you can do it, like, we can actually go to it now. That's what this is. However, I've seen some people say that it is difficult, and it's worth waiting till the very end. So they were like, you might as well be fully upgraded for it, which is fair. Let's go say hello to Donut Damage. He is streaming Fall Guys, and he's great. He's wonderful. But before we go, let me just give a couple of thank yous real fast. Skies Ryan, thank you so much for the follow. Chris Z Lizard for the raid. Kawaii Trooper for the raid as well. Abs95XO for the follow. All okay with me. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for chatting D&D with us. And it's Austin. Thank you for the raid. By the way, we're at 1,075 followers. 25 more till we reach our goal. Very exciting. But anyway, let's go ahead. Donut Damage is great. Very fun streamer. Does a lot of community stuff. He's just wonderful. So let's go head over there. But yeah, in about 2 hours, we will be doing date nights, which if you have not been here for date nights, it is where we play D&D on Mr. Sputnik's channel. We are like pretty what session is this? I forget. But we usually do a little recap, so even if you haven't been there before, you can join us for that. It's very fun. If you like D&D, you might want to join us. If not, if you can't, but you're still interested, we do have our videos up on YouTube as well. Forget the link to that. I'll need to find a link for it and make it a command. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. It's been fun chatting with you and hanging with you. And we will continue this tomorrow. Thursday, I'll figure out what to play. I'll figure it out. But I just figured we'll switch it up at least, one day a week at least. Variety and whatnot. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope to see you over tonight at Mr. Sputnik's. But I'll see you now. Donut Damages. If you got fist bumps, throw them in the chat whenever we head over there. But I'll see you next time, friends. Bye-bye!